Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. As you can tell, I'm not in drag and I've got this lovely wig next to me and we're going to take her on a bit of a journey today. We're going to be taking her from a lovely, straight, sleek style to a sort of teased, backcombed beehive moment. This is a wig that I'm preparing for an upcoming project, so it is quite reminiscent of another drag queen. So don't come for me on that. There is a reason and that will all be revealed in due course. But today we're going to crack on with styling this wig. I will be getting into drag at the end of the video just to put her on and just to show you what she looks like as the final product. As always, if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe, it really does help me out. And if you like my content, it keeps my creativity flowing and motivates me to create more of these videos for you guys. To start off with this one, I've brushed her out and she's lovely and smooth. You can run your fingers through her nicely. And if you're not 100% certain, you can carry on giving her a little bit more of a brush just to make sure there are no tangles, no knots, because you really want her as smooth as possible so that she's going to be fairly easy to work with. To start with, I want this top section to be completely separate from the rest of the hair. She's already in sort of like a side parting that you can see here, but I'm just going to bring all of that hair back, as much of it as I can. So I'm probably going to go from parting to parting, sort of around like that area, and just begin sectioning that top area off. Want to separate all of that hair and keep this separate from the rest. So you can kind of see from where I've sectioned off the hair what sort of style we're going to go for. This is going to be backcombed and teased into a sort of quiff moment, and then we're going to blend it in with the back. And if you haven't already guessed who this wig is going to be styled after, then you obviously don't follow me on Instagram. So keeping all of that hair completely separate from the rest, we're going to go ahead, make sure the rest of the hair is completely smooth. See, she's lovely and thick, so we're going to get a nice base with this. We're going to start by taking sections. I always normally work straight down the middle. When I section the back, I use a good few wefts as the base. With that first section of hair, make sure that it's nice and smoothed through, because this is going to be the base for your teasing. So once you've done that and that's nice and smooth, you can then go ahead, section it off. I tend to do it in 3. And I start with the middle section. Just taking that, smoothing that out before we start backcombing that, and then just work some teasing into the root. Trying to keep it quite nice and clean so that it doesn't get too messy. But you really want to get that base teased in there just to give it that sort of lift. You can see how that kind of plumps it up a little bit, and then you're going to go in again and do the same with the sides, smoothing them out as you go and just getting that initial base into the hair. once you've got that tease in there, keeping it nice and clean, you can go ahead and just set that in place with some spray. And then you carry that all the way up until you reach the very last section. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up and work my way around in sections just until we get to the top. So you can kind of see the overall shape and how the teasing just sort of helps give it that little bit of a boost. This has taken me absolute ages, so I'm going to cut right now and come back to you when I've got to the top section, and we're just on the last section because I want to show you how we're going to start blending that in. Okay, so now that we've got to the front section, start by doing the sides, because I'm going to leave a bit out of the back section because this, we're going to give it some height, but also tie it into a ponytail, and I want a bit of that hair at the back to go into that ponytail, just to give it a little bit more of an oomph. So we're going to start off exactly the same as we have been doing for the rest of the hair on the side. So we're going to start off by just getting that initial first tease into the front of the hair, to give it some boost, and then we're going to go in. Now all of this hair, we're going to bring it backwards off of the face, and it's going to be much easier to blend in with the back and the sides. So when teasing, bring it down, start off gently, don't do too much too fast, because we do want to smooth it out. But you want to tease and then drag down. So we're keeping the hair nice and smooth. Every now and again, I tend to just separate out the teasing just to see how it's falling. Blend it in with the front, because we want it to be smooth still, and we want it to actually hide a lot of that teasing underneath so that it's not too crazy. With the back, I'm going to turn it this way so you can just sort of see, we're still left with a bit of hair. Now for this, what I want to do is just leave out, I'd say about half. I want to add that into the ponytail that we're going to create, just to give it a little bit of height at the back. But for now, we're going to just work on teasing out this final section. We're going to leave that bit of hair out for now because, as I said, that will be going into a ponytail. But for now, we're going to work on the top section. So when it comes to the front, what I want to do is create a little bit of height so that it's kind of coming backwards into a sort of quiff and then into a ponytail at the back, just to hide all of that teasing. I don't want to tease all of this, because I want it to be quite smooth. So just to begin with, I'm going to brush it all forward, make sure you don't pull your pins out. I'm going to take just the first bit of hair because this is going to mask the underneath. Once you've got that, you want to keep that out of the way really, because that's going to be coming backwards and smoothing everything over just to finish off. So just take that, keep that out of the way with a couple of clips, and then we're going to start teasing this top section. So just section by section, you want to do exactly the same as you did on the back and sides, keeping it nice and smooth. But I'm going to be working in sections from the front to the back this time rather than backwards. So you can really sort of see that shape. What I am actually going to do is I am going to tease the front because the teasing in it isn't actually too noticeable. Make sure that you blend that in with the front still, just to still create that shape. And then what you want to just do is take that section that you've just teased as well as that bit of hair underneath that you've left out, and we're just going to style that backwards. Okay, so I'm not actually happy with the teasing in this top section, so I'm going to go back in. I'm going to find those original sections and I want to boost it up just a little bit more. So as it stands, this is how the wig is looking. You can tell it's very reminiscent of a certain blonde drag queen in Bournemouth. Once you're happy with that, you can go ahead and just spray that over, just to smooth any of the fine hairs that are flicking up. And I am just going to finesse this ever so slightly. I know it's going to look different on my head, which is absolutely fine because I'm more than happy with that. I'm not a professional wig stylist, so you know, I just do my best and see what happens really. The back isn't obviously amazing. It doesn't have to be, it's what I will be doing with it that matters. But just to cover up that band, I'm going to take the bottom bit of hair from the ponytail. And just for now, I'm going to clip that ponytail out of the way because we don't need it. I'm just going to put a small braid, or if you're English like me, we call it a plait. And you just want to keep it nice and tight. And then I'm gonna just sort of keep that in place, and that's going to give me something that I'll be able to pin that into, just to keep it nice and tight. And then you can just take that, make sure it's what Nolia says, and you can just wrap it round. And this will just hide that hairband so that there's no evidence that it's there. I need a bobby pin. Preferably the right way around. And then, even though there are a few loose bits in that top section, I'm just going to smooth them over even more, and then just finish off the overall style just by brushing it through. You can see the overall idea that we've got. I really want to just lock this in place so that it doesn't move. Really maximise the style. So I'm going to go ahead and shave and get into drag, and I'll be right back with you for the big reveal and the final look of this wig. Okay, so I'm back, I'm in drag, well, semi-drag. I'm not really doing anything else today, so I just thought, might as well rock some of my own merch. But this is the finished wig. What do you think, guys? It isn't perfect, as I said, it is only for a project that I'm working on, which will be coming out in the next couple of weeks, so keep an eye out for that because it's very exciting. Hashtag no queen is safe. I'm hoping that now you can guess who this is styled after. If you can't guess, then obviously you're living under a rock. She is one of the other drag queens that I work with here in Bournemouth, so this is a bit of a fun project, a bit of a laugh, a bit of a joke, and just something to get through this lockdown, because this lockdown is really, really dragging on. I don't know why they're doing it now, just before Christmas. They should have done it months ago, in my opinion, but hey ho, I am not in the government.
You must stay at home.
So keep an eye out for that project, guys. This wig will be featuring. Today is the first day that I'm going to be doing an Instagram shout out, and today's Instagram shout out goes to Delatrix. Thank you so much, Delatrix, for gifting me with this wig, because I was in desperate need of a blonde wig and you saved my life. So today's shout out is dedicated especially to you. But if you have liked today's video, guys, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. There will be a little card at the end of this video just telling you about my Patreon and how you can support me further in this lockdown. But for now, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for joining me on this wig styling journey. It has been a journey. The result has come out absolutely fabulous. I'm very proud of this wig and I can't wait to use it in my upcoming project. Keep your eyes peeled, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.